Hello and welcome to Jewellery Rescue. I'm Kat and today we're going to be unboxing a huge box of ImpressArt tools and accessories. I cannot wait to get into this one. So video is not sponsored. I've bought these off my own back to try because if you've been here before you will know that I'm an upcycling costume jeweller and I have done a little bit of silversmithing in workshops, but I'm not really set up for it at home, and I think this might bridge the gap between the two. So let's get straight in and then we'll have a closer look at what we've got. Let's have a look first at the basic kit. So I bought a beginner's basic starting kit with an alphabet in uppercase. This is called Bridget and it comes with some aluminium blanks for making key rings and the hammer and the steel bench block and some enamel, and I think that's a practice stamp. So that's the main kit, and then I would like to do some domed pieces, so I bought the dapping kit. This is something that I've used in silversmithing workshops and I'm looking forward to using that with the aluminium blanks as well. What have we got in here? Oh, this is just a ring stick that I bought for my Whatnot auctions. Then we've got the essential bracelet kit. So this is a jig type thing for making cuff bangles and a special plier set. We'll have a look at that in more detail. And then various stamps. These two were on sale, so I thought I would give those a try. Some little aluminium stamping blanks. That's a huge number 3. This was reduced to 62p. That was the reason why I picked that one up. I didn't realise it was going to be quite so big. And I got a 5 as well because next year I'll be 5 years in business, and I thought it might be fun to make some things that were stamped with 5. Bench peg for my desk for using with my vise, and I got the strike jig as well, which I think is to help you hold and strike in a more precise way, and it comes with a heart stamp as well. One more thing. Oh, some cubes for stamping, some cube beads. I thought they would be cute. They were on offer as well. Okay, let's have a closer look. So let's look first at the basic stamping kit because that's all of the bits that we need to get started. So I'll open up that one now. So inside is this little stamping guide you can scan for a tutorial. So there's 4 split key rings for making key rings, and then 2 circle aluminium blanks, 2 rectangle aluminium blanks. There's the steel hammer, the stamping block, the practice blank, some enamel for darkening in your stamp detail, a letter stamp set, and some stamp straight guides or straight stamp guides. There's some instructions on the back, so that's handy. So we've got a steel bench block and it's got rubber to absorb the blows. This is the hammer. It is quite a heavy one, specifically for the job. Those are the guides to help you space out on your work, and then this is the font that I've chosen. They're neat little stamps, and there's a little bit of grease on them to stop them from rusting in transit, so I just need to wipe that off. That's the little lid, so it's a cute little box to keep it all in. And then we've got the stamping enamel, the blanks, they've got this blue coating over the back to protect them, and then this is the practice piece. So I should definitely be using that. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Let's look now at the Essential Bracelet Kit. So I was quite excited about this one because I love cuff bracelets. Really love textured and stamped cuff bracelets particularly. And this should enable me to be able to make those. Now you can buy these bits separately. I bought the combined kit because it wasn't very much more money than just buying the pliers and the shaper on its own. So it says we've got bracelet guides, so similar to what's in the basic kit, the stamp enamel, so we've got another one of those, the bracelet bending bar, the pliers, and I think there should be some blanks in there as well. Yes, it says there's 8 bracelet blanks in 2 sizes too. So these are the bracelet forming pliers. They look really handy and they feel like really good quality as well. That's a nice pair of pliers. They do these for rings too, so that's something that I might invest in later on. And this is the former. So once you've stamped it, you put it in there and then bend it round and then turn it and do it the other way. So that's a nice bit of kit as well. And then these are our blanks. Perfect. There's another little guide. Well, that's really handy. It says, have you tried texturing? Oh, so they do a multifunction hammer kit with different heads, but because I've done texturing on metals before, I have actually got my own hammers for those already. Wow, loads of guides. That's going to last ages. Great, so that's the bracelet kit. Let's look now at the dapping kit. So this allows you to dome circular pieces either in or out, and looks pretty easy. Just take that off there. So it goes in the bottom and then you strike it with your hammer using that bit. Okay, let's get into this one. Right, we're in. So it is literally just these two pieces. There's no blanks or anything with this one, and you can store that in there, or I think you can store it like that as well if it's better for you. I must say it does all feel really nicely made and looks pretty easy to use as well. So that's the dapping kit. And then I also got the simple strike jig. Now this, you put your stamps in. They do them for the different size stamps, so I've gone for the 3mm one, which goes with the alphabet letter set that I got, and the smaller ones come with a free heart stamp as well, and I thought I would want a heart at some point, so it made it not very much more money. Let's see what it says on the back. Oh yeah, so here we go, you can get it in 4, 6 and 9.5 as well. I don't think all of them come with the free heart, so do check that out. Let's see what's inside. We're in. So this has got a really nice soft rubbery feel. It's quite a simple device, but a good idea. And it says stamps precise, even impressions and protects fingers. So that will be fun to play with and see whether it does make it more precise. So that's that one. So that's all of our tools. And then the blanks, I just got these little ones because I thought, one, they'd be fun to make earrings from, but 2, I wanted to see if they would be small enough to use as a tag on my upcycled jewellery, because I've wanted for a long time to be able to stamp my business initials onto them, which is SB, and have some branding on my upcycled jewellery pieces. So we'll try those ones. And then these little cubes, they may come in different sizes, I'm not sure. You get 7 in there, and you can stamp on the sides. So I thought that would be really cute for if you had a family of 4 or less, then you could put a combination of letters, initials and hearts or whatever you wanted on there. Very cute. Let's have a look at the individual stamps. So these design stamps are 6mm. Well, this feels really nice quality. So there's the little donut there. That's really cute. That'll just be fun. Looking forward to trying that one out. And then I got this hexagonal one, which I did wonder whether I might be able to put my business initials inside the hexagon. We'll have to see. No, I don't think I can actually, it's too small. But that would be fun for using as a design element. There is a massive range of stamps as well, so I can see that this could be quite addictive if I get on with it. And then this is the hefty one. So this one was, did I say it was 10? Yeah, 10 millimeters. Gosh, that's really super heavy. And this one is a number 5. I won't open the 3 because I'm not really sure when I'll use it. So we'll keep that one to one side until I want to use it. So that is everything open. Shall we have a little go and try and set it up? See what we can do with it. So I have the steel block set up and the aluminium practice piece. What I wanted to first try was see how it textures. So I've got 2 ball peen hammers. I've got a regular one and this teeny tiny one. So I'm just going to do a little bit of texturing and see how it comes out on the aluminium. So with that tiny hammer, it's not actually making much of an impression. So I've only ever used it on sterling before. So I'm going to try with the more heavy duty hammer and see what effect we get there. It's a little bit messy, to be honest. Perhaps it's better when you have the actual ImpressArt tools. That's something to be experimented with, I think. Quite cool though that you can texture it. Okay, let's try some actual stamping. So I'm going to try first with the little heart and the proper hammer. I'm not going to bother with the guides and things because I just want to try it at this point and see how we get on. So we'll try with one firm bang. And that was not hard enough. I can see that this is going to be not as easy as I'd hoped it would be. Let's maybe try with one of the alphabet ones. Okay, I'm going to try it a few times and then I'll show you how I get on. Okay, I've just used the J in my alphabet kit. This was one strong strike and this was using the tilt and tap method. The tilt and tap method is where you hold it in the one place and you tilt it all 4 directions and tap it each time. So I think it's just a case of working out your strike because I'm sure everybody's different. Let me have a bit more of a play and I'll show you what I get up to. So I've had a little go with stamping a J and an R for Jewellery Rescue. I'm now going to have a go at doing one of the tiny little tags with an S and a B for my business name, and I'll show you how I get on. I just taped it on there with a little bit of masking type tape. It's actually parcel tape. So let's see how we go on. I actually managed pretty well at that, so I just need to have a little bit of experimentation with the placement of the letters and how to make it look pretty. So after quite a lot of frustration later, I have got a few stamp impressions. The heart I've only managed to achieve once and I struck it about 12 times. I think I just need to work out my adjustment for how hard I strike and how I do it for each stamp. It does seem to vary by stamp. The J and the R came out quite nicely and I've managed to do an S and a B. So JR obviously for Jewellery Rescue for the channel and SB for my business Sustainer Beads. The donut, I just could not get impressed. I think I need some practice with that one. The hexagon, I managed to do a few faint impressions. So again, I need to practice with those. And the ampersand came out quite nicely. These ones that are darker, I've just used a Sharpie pen just to get some colour into them so that you can see it a bit better. And then wiped it off. I don't know why this has a little C in there. I think that's just a little scratch on the aluminium. And then I did find an even bigger ball peen hammer in the workshop, and I've tried to do a little bit of texturing with that. It is hard work, I have to say. I watched quite a few YouTube videos on how to use these kits before I ordered, and it is definitely harder in real life than it looks on the screen. You need to put quite a bit of force behind it. So I'm going to try a little bit of texturing on one of the cuff bracelets so that we can see how the jig works, and we'll see how that comes out. The other thing was I worked out how to use this. So you need to line it up against the edge of what you're stamping. But I've actually found this harder. Maybe when I need a bit more, once I've had a bit more practice, I'll be able to work it out. But at the moment, I'm finding it too hard to try and hold that and the stamp, because this has got some play in it as well. So you need to squeeze that quite tightly, but then you also need to hold that, and then you need to hammer. So that requires a bit of practice, I think. I probably didn't need this in hindsight, but anyway, perhaps I will get used to that as time goes on. So I have also managed to do a little tag. So this was just the reverse of the one that I tried earlier. I've textured it and then I've stamped the S and the B. I messed up on the S, as you can see, but it was just a practice. So I'm quite pleased with that. I think I probably need a slightly smaller tag and thinner as well. These are very thick. It's probably a bit too heavy duty really to put on my bracelets and necklaces, but I will try and we shall see. This is the smallest one that ImpressArt do that I could find anyway. Right, I'm going to have a little play with the bracelet cuff and I will show you how I get on. Halfway there. Okay, I've done my texturing with the ball peen hammer. I've also stamped SB on the end there so that I can have it at the bottom of the cuff. And then I'm using one of the bracelet guide stickers here to align my stamp. So I'm going to try and stamp my name, which is Cat, and we'll start with the A in the centre there. So apparently we drag it down onto the bracelet guide. And I'm very weak, so I've tapped that about 12 times. So that's on our centre one, and then we're going to use the C. This is not intended as a tutorial, by the way, because I honestly don't have any idea what I'm doing. It's more to show you what you get in the boxes and a complete beginner's experience. So now I'm not going to use the enamel yet because I can't be bothered, basically. I'm going to use the Sharpie pen again. So all I did was I Sharpie penned over where I have stamped and then rubbed it off. And this is a fine point Sharpie pen just because I couldn't be bothered to go looking for the thick one. There's a theme here, isn't there? I just like to get cracking straight away with things. So that's that done, and I'm also going to do the SB over here. And it won't be perfect because I probably haven't done them deep enough. And then I'm just going to wipe that off with a bit of kitchen roll. Okay, a bit of a note of caution there because it's obviously gone into where I've hammered. So we've got a bit on the outsides as well. Might need to go over that with a buffing thing, like a bit of wild wool or something. But I think that's not bad for a first try. And of course you can get all different colours of the enamels as well. They do enamel pens as well as this enamel liquid. Okay, so let's have a go on this bracelet jig. So I believe we just put it in there, hold on to it and push it round. And then the same on the other side. I'll be so impressed, honestly, if I've made myself a cuff bracelet, because I love a cuff bracelet. Gosh, wasn't that easy? How easy was that? That is pretty good already. Then we've got the fabulous forming pliers. So let's just do the middle first. I'll work our way around. Ooh. Wow, that is pretty good. Okay, let me just give it a little buff up with a cleaning cloth. Oh, I'm really, really chuffed with that. Okay, let's take this blue sticker off. I meant to mention as well that I've put the steel block onto this little chopping board, which I've always used for hammering before I had the steel block, and it just dampened down the noise a little bit. I think it's probably not advised, but I couldn't bear the noise, and I've also got earplugs in too. Okay, let's see. Oh, the back has been pretty well protected by that sticker. And I have piddly little wrists, so I'm going to have to push it in to make it fit. There we have a bracelet with my name on it. Awesome. Okay, so I think we've tried everything now except for the dapping tool. So let me have a quick go on something that will go into there. Okay, I have textured one of the keyring blanks and stamped a C on. I've actually also done a C on the other side because I quite liked the impression from the reverse. So we'll see how it looks both ways. So let's pop it down that way. So I'm just going to pop it into the dish of the dapping tool. And then we take this part and we'll give it a go. It's not a massive deep curve. Obviously with silversmithing you can buy a set of these with different angled curves. This is very slight, but it's a pretty effect. So I might pop that onto a necklace and hang something from there. Or of course I could wear it that way. So I have made a steel chain and I've popped a little reclaimed lovely Millefiori bead that has come off of something else onto there. It does cover up the C, but I think that C gets a bit too lost in here anyway. I think probably I need somewhere in between the two sizes of stamps to make pendants nicely. But that was a really fun introduction for me to ImpressArt. I hope it was for you too. Let me know in the comments, are you going to give it a go? Have you already got a set? Are you waiting for a set to arrive? I would love to know. So that is my practice brand one, and then the cuff bangle. So if you are new here, please do drop me a subscribe, like the video if you've enjoyed the content. There's lots more tutorials, unboxings, thrift hauls and upcycled jewellery shorts as well. Choose something else to pick now and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.